Alright, so trying to access the antenna base 2013 Elantra. If yours has lived outside for a while, this is 2024, as you try to get these little pins, plastic push pins in that hold the headliner in, try to get them out. What you're probably going to find is, what I'm finding is that they are extremely brittle, especially, you know, if the car's been outside, and they're just going to break like these did, and you're going to be left with just chunks. And all I'm doing is taking long needle nose pliers and just pulling what's left out of the thing. Don't be surprised if that happens. And I've even got the right stuff. I wasn't using a screwdriver. I'm even trying to use the trim tools, but sometimes you just can't win. Okay, now with those plastic rivets or whatever out of the way, whatever you want to call them, I tried to pull this down, but you can see, I think you can see right here, I'm already starting to get a little crease in this headliner right there. And that makes me nervous. I don't want to pull it down anymore and then have a big... So you're going to have to pull off the hand hold there in that back panel. Neither one's a huge deal. Take on this seal. And you're just wanting to get it back enough to get this thing exposed. Then you can start working this out. And it's got a couple of what you're expecting. The poppers in here. Okay, and then there's one like right back here. So I took this long pry tool. Probably can't do it in here and hold the phone, but you got to get back in here and give a heave ho. Yeah, I'll have to put this down. But you're going to have to work around in there, get a long screwdriver or one of these panel tools and pry this out. Okay, and there she comes. And that is that other popper. It goes right back here. So yeah, make sure you're not prying on your wires and stuff for your defroster when you're doing that. I guess I should have mentioned that. Make sure you're back in and behind that stuff, or in front of it, I guess I should say. Now, this is pretty easy. These just pop down. You may have to get a screwdriver or something and loosen those. And to pop these down, like so. And it's just a couple of Phillips screws in here. Bada bing. You know this routine. Then when you get that done on both sides, you're going to want to peel this door seal down, you know, a little bit, so this thing can have some flex in it to come down. And now with that, hopefully we can see, oh yeah, that's way better. You can see what's going on here. Alright, don't be dumb like me. Just go ahead and pull the levers in the trunk so you can fold that dumb seat down. Bada bing, because you're going to need the room. Now, I have barely enough room to get a 19mm socket on there. That's the 1/2-inch wrench, ratchet wrench. If you got a 3/8 setup, that's probably better. So here's where we're at. And I think, I'm not sure, but this just pull out. And the answer is yes, it does just pull out. It's just tight. So here's what we're looking at with this particular deal. Nine 6210 3X00 MTS. STS. I think one of those is the designation for the paint color. I don't know. Now I just got to get the new one, get it on there, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I was curious. went ahead and took those 5 screws loose. And when you flip it over, you know, here's what I'm seeing here. I don't know if that is an indication that something is wrong. I'm just showing what it is on this one. It may, you know, heat up like that over time and discolor. Not really sure, but my guess is, because I'm seeing like burn marks there on that board, my guess is something in there just got old and fried. Maybe a little water in there, I have no idea. So I'm going to see what I can find on eBay, because these are quite pricey. Like I said, this is 2024, and used ones are 90 to 100 bucks. And if they're from the same, you know, vintage, I don't know if it's worth getting a used one. The new ones are 200. So it depends on how much you like radio, I guess. But I'll see what I can find, and, you know, maybe I'll roll the dice on a used one. So for these pesky retainers that broke when I was taking it out, you can buy these, the Hyundai ones, or ones that say they're a Hyundai, but they are expensive. I'm talking like $4 or $5 a piece, or you might have to buy, you know, a 20 pack for 15 bucks or something. That's crazy. What I'm going to do is the old Hazard Fart automotive plastic fastener kit here. This whole kit, and it's got all kinds of different stuff in it, so it's not just one kind. It was, I don't know, they're 16, 17, 18 bucks. You catch them on sale, they're a lot less than that. But it has in here, the smallest size is the quarter inch hole size, and it is pretty much a perfect match, except for the color, of course, and it doesn't have, you know, that Hyundai those little fangs on the end that will keep it from falling out, I guess, if you're popping it in. I don't know, whatever. But so I don't want black sticking out of there, so what I did was I just took some gray primer and, well, actually, I mean, I did take gray primer and spray them, obviously, but before I did that, I took some of this gray Scotch-Brite, and I just took this and, you know, scuffed up the top of that so the primer will stick a little better. And whatever primer you happen to have laying around, I had some of this U-Pol stuff. Just something gray. So we'll let that dry overnight, and then that way we can pop it all back in without spending a fortune. So then the last phase is getting the car back together, getting these side panels back on, which they just push on. You may have to dork with these seals a little bit. There is a metal ridge that goes along the outside of the seal, or I guess it would be the inside part of it. And sometimes they can get dented or clamped down, so if you get a part of the seal that doesn't want to go back over the edge of the body panels, you may have to look at that and see if that seal has gotten squished together. And if it has, you know, no biggie to fix. And then finally, going from these to these, let's see what the finished product is going to look like up here. And that is that. And so it's not exactly a, you know, color match, perfect one, but it's pretty close. It's not going to stick out like black would. So let me put the other one in over here. And I know it's getting dark. Sorry. There you go. That way, and I think I just saw a sale this weekend here where they're having that big kit, I think is $11 with a coupon. So there you go. That's how you can fix that.